Hi, guys.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday.
Yep.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Hoping everybody had a great weekend.
Good Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Super Bowl Sunday.
Boom.
Yes. Did that yesterday. We made it to halftime. But, we focus on sleep first. So sleep won. Okay, so fun one today, because as most of you know, products.
Big topic.
But did you guys know that the skin is the largest organ in your body? I feel like it's something that's so missed and really not thought of, and which makes us really not take care of our skin like we do our other organs, right? And I feel like this really does go hand in hand too with supplementation, because it's all about taking care of your body and being preventative in nature, right? But most importantly, taking care of your skin with non-toxic products is really an investment to your health, your long-term well-being, and of course, your beauty too. Can't throw that out there. I know
you can throw that out there. Right?
Well, I mean, you can't ignore that meaning.
Right.
So today we're going to talk about the launch of our skincare product. We're going to go into a little bit of detail about why we did what we did. Show you the routine. I'm going to demonstrate on Ryan over here.
I'm a user though. I'm familiar.
Yes. Yeah. I've been using these for a while.
Adopting a routine as a man for skincare was actually like kind of fun. I like it.
Sure.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten into it, which I love seeing, because I did mention last week on one of our training calls that for so many years he would go for the hand soap pump and wash his face. And I was like, and that was it, not touch anything else. And I just was cringing, because I know I've been using, very good skincare for a long time, because I care about the largest organ of my body. I care about my skin. So not only does it do beauty, right, but obviously it helps prevent premature aging. Having a daily routine for your skin can help prevent against like environmental damage that could be done to your skin. Pollution, we're exposed to it all the time. Improves the health of your skin, obviously. So when we have healthier skin, radiant skin, we also have a different kind of self-confidence. It is true, men or women, it is true. Moisturizing and cleansing regularly, using serums, taking care of your skin, helps our hydration and barrier function.
Yeah, I would say that's number one. Like, I think I know it's the biggest organ, but I think there was like something other than that too. It was like maybe the lymphatic system or something like that by weight. I don't know. But barrier function is my number one. You want to maintain skin barrier integrity. It's a major physical defense mechanism for immune support, for immune system, for so many different things. For environmental, exactly. Pollutants. For all the pollutants and everything we're exposed to. So. Yeah, I've kind of finally come around. It took me to my fourth decade here to figure it out. But yeah, no, here I am. But love it if people would adopt this at a younger age, so you can really, like you said, be more preventive.
Yes. Yeah. So preventative skincare. So this prevents those costly treatments, in the future, maybe with a dermatologist, or maybe something, with an esthetician that we want to do, like we elect to do, right? But regardless, that stuff can get very pricey. So the earlier you start and the better you take care of your skin, the better you improve the health of your skin. And what you put on your skin goes into your body. So we want to talk a little bit about that, because and I do know now, if any of you have little girls as well, the skincare boom with these little girls, because we have two, if you guys don't know, we have a 10 and 12-year-old daughters. They are so into skincare at such a young age. But the craziest thing is the stuff that they are going for that's being like marketed for these. Well, it's actually really not marketed to the kids. I guess it's more marketed to like the tweens.
It's all the influencers.
Correct. That's true. All the influencers, they want this stuff, but it is so full of toxins. And
junk.
I am trying so hard to educate my children on the importance of not putting toxins on our skin, because what we put on our skin goes directly into our bloodstream.
Well, some do.
Yes.
Not everything. Just to make that clear, though. So the transdermal process has limiting factors, right?
Okay,
not everything just goes right into the blood. But
right.
I think it's a fair cautionary tale to say, hey, if you put it on your skin, it runs the potential of being absorbed into your blood and circulated to all other organs and systems in your body.
Right.
Because that would be good mentally, right? Like,
yes.
Just thinking like that, but not everything does.
Right. And I try to get them to use the EWG app. Like if they're going to, like, say, the mall and to the skincare stores without me, they have the app, and I say scan it and make sure it's green, make sure it's a 1 or rated a 1 or a 2. But Not everything's on the EWG. You have to register with it. So it's not foolproof, right? There's so many times that they scan a new product line and it's not, nothing comes up because not everything's there. So it's just a little way to help educate and help understand. But one thing that I really have always believed in, and this is why we also went with it this way, is we wanted to make our products register with the European Union. And there's specific reasons why we did that. First of all, I mean, if you are living in the European Union, so you've got a leg up here. But in the US, the regulation of skincare is done by the FDA, and it's far less strict compared to the European Union, far less strict. So an example, the European Union, they have one of the strictest for cosmetic products, banning or restricting over 1,600 ingredients compared to fewer than 30 in the US. Okay, so right there, it's a huge step up, knowing that, okay, if we're registered with the European Union, these 1,600 ingredients that they ban or restrict, that's how our line follows. And some of the ingredients in the European Union, they might be approved, but at a certain percentage. Right? So you have to know that too. It's a lot about a toxic burden, right? Mm-hmm. We're exposed to toxins all the time, right? Mm-hmm. And a little bit is okay because our body detoxes. But if you constantly put this big toxic burden on, you get toxic overload. We can't detox it properly. Some stays back, buildup happens, all kinds of things. Hormone dysregulation, cancers, all kinds of stuff. So we're very proud that we have done this register with the European Union. Just gives you that nice security. And what some of the things, the broad categories that the European Union has restricted is carcinogens, endocrine disruptors, reproductive toxins, obviously heavy metals, harsh preservatives, contaminants, fragrances.
Mm-hmm. Fragrances, for sure, fragrances. Yeah.
So, again, it makes us feel
sure
a lot better.
Yeah, and I think that was the approach we were going to take. So the EWG, just touching on that real quick, has the thing called Skin Deep, which is an awesome resource. I wouldn't bash it because I'm glad that there's somebody out there doing that heavy lifting. But it also is a pay-to-play program. You can pay your way to get into the EWG. But using it as a resource is an excellent idea. The way we approached this, Lisa, was just simple. Like, let's go paraben-free. Let's go phthalate-free. Let's go fragrance-free. Let's do, European Union. Let's use all the ingredients in low enough dosage that it was still efficacious, but not toxic, right? The difference between toxicity and efficacy really comes down to dose, right? So we see that a lot, like you said. So some of the things the EU looks for in the way what percentage you are using of a certain ingredient. So carcinogenic, we all know that's cancer causing. So you want to avoid those types of things, cancer causing. You want to avoid, what was the next one? You said, so you want the endocrine disruptor.
Yeah.
So endocrine disruptor just means that it would disrupt your endocrine glands, which are those hormone secreting glands. So think more sex hormones. So think like phytoestrogens and things that would mimic estrogen to cause the body to do different things that maybe it shouldn't be doing.
Right. And this is another one I really push on our girls because the rise of infertility is crazy.
It's huge.
You have to understand that what you put on your skin, what you put in your body, it all affects it.
So what we said we were going to, obviously we're avoiding carcinogenic, we're avoiding endocrine disruptors. What are some of the other things that the EU looks for?
PEGs.
PEGs. Yeah. Okay. So
but
polyethylene.
Those are in, I mean, just look at your ingredients.
Yeah. Polyethylene glycol, look, from my pharmacy background, PEGs are everywhere. So it took me a little while to open my eyes and be more aware of the PEG, the synthetic, the petroleum-based nature of the PEG. So be cautious with PEGs as well. So we'll talk about those today. We'll talk about how important it is that you can avoid phthalates. So think like the PFAS chemicals, right? You want to avoid those polyfluoroalkyl substances. Those things are your forever chemicals. They do not degrade. They hang around forever in the soil, in our air, in our water, in our bodies. Very toxic in higher doses, but you want to avoid them as much as you can. Phthalates, parabens, and I think fragrance is the low-hanging fruit for all of you out there. Like, avoid the artificial fragrances, those people that you just can get a whiff of right from 15, 20 feet away because we're walking the dog on the beach this weekend and a guy from New Jersey was wearing cologne, and my girls are like, "What was his? That was that smell."
Yeah, I said that was him.
That was him. That was cologne.
Like,
yeah. So.
Yeah. So you have to.
So it was from using that framework. That's how we got to the products. It took a little while to get to to where we had something that was stable, something that we knew would work.
Right.
And so you sourcing some of the peptides and the different things that we've used in here was part of the challenge and some of the delay. But I think we're finally here. And I think this is the beginning of the skincare line. We all know that we need a cleanser. We're excited about bringing a cleanser out here very soon.
Maybe a sunscreen, because we know how toxic those can be.
Yeah, the sunscreen can be toxic. And look, again, going to the preventive side. If you know you're going to have extended duration in the sun, you know that you're going to get to the point where you're burning, you're getting that erythema, then you should use a sunscreen. If you're only going out to the sun for 5 to 15 minutes and you're going to get your vitamin D exposure, right. I wouldn't worry a whole lot about lathering on sunscreen. I hear there's conflicting literature in our society, but don't get burned. You know, that UVB, do not get burned. So sunscreen can be very beneficial.
Yes. Okay. So let's just talk about what we have. And if you guys already follow us, thanks so much. Make sure you like, comment. But if you don't, make sure you follow us, subscribe to our channel. We love feedback. We love your comments. We love you showing up every time, but also, you know, we do a training like this pretty much every Monday. I mean, unless for some reason we're out of town. And it's a great resource of information. So that way you can watch everything that we've previously done, and you also don't miss anything. Education is very important for us at LiveGood. So that's basically our YouTube channel is where we provide most of the education.
Since we got so many things thrown in, I'm going to tackle one question before you jump in. And then we got to get through, guys. We got to get moving here. So look, this question's real quick. Can you go into Transform More? How do I know this goes into every organ and other stuff? There's a lot of different factors to consider in an ingredient, why it would absorb through the skin, where it's going to go, how far it's going to go. It has a lot to do with solubility. So is it lip? Is it fat soluble? Is it water soluble? There's a 500 Dalton rule molecular weight. So if it's more than 500 Daltons, typically it's not going to absorb very well transdermally. If it's less, sometimes it can. So smaller molecules go real well. Fat soluble molecules go easier than water soluble. And then there's different things like polarity, there's pH, there's all these different other little chemistry
This
things.
might be like an example.
Yeah. What does it say?
So carrageenan, you know, that's something that we don't want to ingest orally.
Right.
But cosmetic companies are allowed to use only food grade carrageenan in their products because degraded carrageenan is not allowed. Carrageenan is too large a molecule to be absorbed through the skin. Yep. So you don't have to worry about it getting into your bloodstream or affecting your gut. So I just took out that tidbit of information because I do know that's one that, you know, I avoid ingesting, but to learn that you.
What is the molecular weight of carrageenan?
Good thing for Siri.
It didn't even recognize carrageenan.
Okay. Yeah. So great question. Did you finish answering?
Yeah, I think that's good enough for now. Just so you guys understand that there's
we good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, let's tackle what we have here.
Let's go through. Okay, so again, we will be adding a cleanser, but first we start off with our toner.
Okay.
I should probably go in order.
It's got a little green hue to it. This bottling, if you notice, these are all screen printed, which is awesome. So there's no real labels on them, but this is a light green hue just due to the botanicals. I think it'd be more the chlorophyll that's in some of the botanicals in there. So toner.
And it's also gentle, non-drying,
right,
which is important.
Helps balance the pH of the skin.
Toners can be.
What else does it do? Preps the skin surface.
Preps the skin, so you better absorb what you're gonna put on it. So your serums and your moisturizers.
Right, put it on.
It's like pore tightening.
So the lid comes up, guys. It has this plastic spout kind of thing on it. You have to pop the cap on it.
It's like a little safety.
It's a safety thing, but it's nice because it'll help you preserve how much comes out. You don't spill it everywhere. You can clip that off if you want, I think, with scissors.
Yeah, if it just makes you.
So you have like a little shooter thing. So.
Are you gonna do it or am I doing it to you?
Whatever you want. I just spilled it all over myself. Anyway, so look, this you just basically like get a good rub over my eyelids. I kind of come down under my eyes.
Be careful with your eyelids, though.
Yeah, I go over it.
We're more sensitive there.
Yeah, and so you really get a good. I do neck too. I gotta go all over the body, over the face here. It's nice. It's got a nice, refreshing feel. It evaporates off. It feels real nice. It's got a cooling effect. You can kind of feel it working.
Yeah.
So I'll let that dry.
So after you cleanse, you tone.
Right.
A nice organic cotton swab is perfect, easy. And then if you're going to use the Instant Youth, so the Instant Youth is designed to help tighten and eliminate these small areas of fine lines and wrinkles. So typically or even like under eye bags. It's not like an under eye serum, but it can be used to help tighten the under eye bags and, you know, crow's feet, some smile lines. But again, it's targeted for small areas. So I wouldn't pump it and put it over the entire face. You want to put it on and dab. So say if I was doing it around the eyes, you know, I would just put a little on. I could do it, Ryan.
Yeah, let's do it. And these are airless pump containers, so they'll require just a couple of pumps to get it primed, to get it primed out.
Okay. So I just take a little bit and you just kind of pat it in. You don't really want to rub it in. You just want to pat, and you're going to give it some time to dry. So if you are using the Instant Youth, you just give it a little bit. We'll just tackle all your little areas. Not that you have many.
I have a lot.
Okay, so blotting it in till it kind of rubs in. Okay, and so let that dry for, like I said, just a couple minutes. Do its little tightening effect. And because of like the peptides in it, it does have a residual effect. So I feel like this is different than what the other Instant Youth that was sold on our site. It's more, you can use it every day, even if you, like, say, I'm not going to go see anybody, but, you know, I want that residual effect. So I'm just going to keep doing it every day as I would a serum. Okay, next, here, you can put this one on. Next, we have our Ageless Serum. Now, this is such an amazing serum for anti-aging, but it provides all of the rich nutrients that your skin needs to tighten, to eliminate wrinkles, to perfect that hydration, give it a little glow. This is to be used every day. Serums like this, I like to use on my face and my neck, and even like the décolleté area, like the upper part of your chest. So give you a couple pumps. And are we increasing the size of this one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So this will double the size. I like the serum a lot. I really enjoy the serum. When you smell it, you'll get the same aroma that you do out of the moisturizer. That's Blue Lotus oil. That is not a fragrance.
Yes, Blue Lotus. We fell in love with the scent of just how much it smells like a clean spa effect.
But I can feel the tightener already pulling tight. That is the silica. Don't be concerned about the aluminum. You're not worried about that absorbing, but you definitely start to feel that tightening effect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then of course our VitaGlow, our moisturizer. Moisturizer, obviously we know what it does, but it's so important for hydrating the skin. Using 2+ times a day. Definitely each time after you wash your face. But for some of us with drier skin, you might want to midday add a little moisturizer. Ready?
Oh, yeah. So typically what I would do here is the toner, let it dry. The serum, let it dry. I don't use Instant Youth personally. I'm really not, so I don't know. And then I would do this moisturizer probably like 3 minutes after the serum. So you can do it pretty quick after. You don't have to like wait a long time or space it out. And
yeah, you definitely don't.
Yeah.
You just want to feel that it dries.
Yeah, you just want to feel that it dries.
You want it to absorb in.
Yeah. Yeah, I do my ears and my neck. I really enjoy doing that kind of whole upper.
Yep, very important. So, I mean, it's simple as that. So if you keep to a routine like this at least twice a day, guys, I mean, you are, again, taking care of your largest organ, hydrating.
Yeah.
Right? And
I'm a big fan.
All of this is, if you remember, $49.95. I mean, that's crazy, because another thing that we like to do with LiveGood is we like to expose certain industries that try to take advantage of you through
big time
increasing the cost of items. And skincare, like supplements, is one of those. And then, I mean, typically, you know, I'm sure many of you have been using skincare for a very long time, but I know personally too, the eye serum that I was using, I think was $79. That's one. And it's hard because I want a clean one. I want a good one, but I don't, you know, where else are you supposed to go? Yeah. You tend to go to these $30 ones, which tends to, you know, the lower end of it. And then there's ingredients in there that, like, just right off the bat, I can look at it and be like, oh, there's PEGs, or there's EDTA. Like, there's certain things that jump out to me that I don't even have to read everything. If it jumps out like that, I'm done. So it's difficult. So we really wanted to expose that part, that it's not necessary. These products don't have to cost even $50+ per item. So
when they cost, you know, $9, $10 to make, and you're selling them for $70, come on.
I know.
Come on.
It's a lot. So yeah, we hope you guys love it as much as we do. We hope you love the Blue Lotus scent, because I think it's great.
I'm from New Jersey and I'm a fan of the Eagles, so it's funny to see the comment. You heard what I said about the cologne from the guy on the beach. That's funny.
Yes. If you guys have any questions, We are, just while we're on it, we are
yes
coming
to
out with
this.
tallow.
So she has sunscreen with tallow. We are coming out with a tallow here very soon. You guys are going to love this whipped tallow bomb. I love it. You can, that's body. That's kind of a body.
Sure. So I've been using
Call
tallow.
It bomb, but it's really.
Well, because it's thicker.
Yeah. Well, it's whipped though. So it's lightweight.
That's true.
And by the way, this all does not leave a sticky, oily residue.
Yeah.
These are very nice.
The tallow is
finish.
richer. So I would say, like, if you want an extra at night moisturizer, I do know when we went out west, you know, because much drier, colder air for our skin. And you just, I mean, I was putting that tallow all over everything, you know, hands, little irritated spots in my skin, elbows, knees. Yeah. Yeah. Any irritation that comes up, I use it.
Eye serum, is that?
Oh, an under eye serum, possibly in the future. I know I love my, I know many, especially many women love the eye serums. Yeah. But again, the instant youth and ageless I just don't get close to your eyes. But, you know, typically where we want it, right, is right along that eye bone towards our crow's feet. So if you just kind of blot through that, again, keeping away from your eyes itself.
Okay, cool. Love it.
Any questions?
Yeah, no, a lot of comments. I think it's great. There's just a lot of.
And I will say right now, if you go to the website today, the skincare pack is on there. It's sold out. We're just waiting for our next shipment of the toner. As you know, we've just launched this and like we can't keep it on the shelves. So as quickly as a box comes in, it sells out. So eventually we will have a large inventory. So this is not going to be a problem. But as we're just rolling this in, just bear with us.
Yeah, no, we're on a rolling production schedule now. So we should be good to go. The toner should release again today or tomorrow. But we sold right through it. It was crazy. Just a lot of demand.
Yeah.
A lot of demand. But there will be more products in the skincare space. And then I guess finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't comment to the fact that, you know, you can do all this all you want, but if you're not feeding and nourishing your skin from the inside, then you're not going to ever get the results that you're looking for. So that nutrition component is going to be more powerful than any skincare product that you put on your skin.
And yeah, I hear what you're saying about someone's saying about a spray toner, but the process of wiping through with a organic cotton swab also helps evenly distribute and, you know, wipes away any of the excess residue that doesn't come off when you wash your face. I did see that Sean asked in there, do you do circles up or down? You can do little circles, but I'm not an esthetician. But I know they always say, like, if you're patting, you want to pat up because we don't want that gravity pulling everything down. Kidding. So, you know, if you can do everything up and around your eyes, starting from the center, patting out, right? Just little pats.
Yeah, it's funny. I use the serum and the moisturizer in my hair. So somebody asked if you could put on your scalp. I do. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I do.
Sure. I mean, it's
why could it be bad? Exactly. Yeah. And we are going to expand more, I think, into the conditioners, shampoos, worlds, and soaps. So you will see a slow movement into that space.
Oh, thank you, Tina. I appreciate it. I do try to take care of my skin very well. So I do. The importance of it is there for sure. Thank you.
No fragrance in the moisturizer. That's the Blue Lotus oil. Let's see. Prices we just talked about.
Yeah. So as always, guys, if you have further questions that maybe didn't get answered, if you think of something after, please always email me, lisa@livegood.com. I'd love to help you understand more. Yeah, I mean, go through, give it a shot, and you might have more questions once you start using it, but I think you guys are going to love it. Actually, I know you're going to love it because it feels good, it smells good, it hydrates well, and yeah, we're taking care of the skin. Right?
I love the funny comments. I love the Go Birds, the whip it real good, the with tallow for sure. All right, guys. Well, I hope you establish, especially you guys out there, please establish a daily skincare routine. I think it'll be part of it. You'll be something where you won't miss a day because it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
You feel like you're doing something good.
Right. And like, I don't know when skincare became such a female oriented activity,
right?
But it's so important for all of us. We all have skin and you have to take care of it. And it's funny. Sometimes you'll look at, maybe if you're married, you look at your wife and you always wonder, like, how does her skin look so much better than yours? She's probably started taking care of it a lot earlier, but it's never too late. You've got to bring that hydration. And again, it's just as important as what you put on your skin as what you put in your body. And also the healthy you are nutrition wise, whether it's supplements, your skin's going to look healthier as well.
Yep.
So
collagen,
it really
protein.
Reflects it. Yeah.
Yep.
So take care of it all.
Things. Anything else?
Good? I think that's it.
All right, guys.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you check out some previous videos if you've been missing any of the Mondays. Not exactly sure what we're going to talk about next Monday, but I'm not going to be here. I will be at my daughter's tournament. We have to divide and conquer that weekend, I know. So
I'll rock it out
you're going
solo.
to take something, take care of something on your own.
All right. Awesome, guys. Have a great week. See y'all next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.